serving as a disciplinarian and offensive coordinator at Plaquemine High School. Mr. Holland is from Ville Platte, Louisiana.
Amen, amen. Thank you for that, man.
Amen.
Get myself set up real quick. Okay. So a little message from Evangelist Rose that she shared with me. With dealing with this topic is, wherever you start in your marriage must continue. There are going to have things happen, but just carry on as you were. Okay? So before I get into anything else, I would like for everyone to stand by your mate. Find your mate and stand by your mate. So I married my wife 10, 15, 20, 25 years, 30 years. You wake up, hey, how you doing, baby? All right, I'll see you later. All right? I love you. You know, you're not sharing those little sweet text messages or whatever anymore. You know, that goes a long way. And I learned that from my wife. She shared that with me. Like, just saying I love you through a text message. Nothing had to happen. There's no special day or anything. Just saying I love you. And also different events. I mean, y'all got a busy like working like 2-3 jobs at a time. You know, you do a couple other things. You may think that you told your wife, or you may not think that you told your husband something going on. You probably forgot, because your mind just keep on going. So my wife taught me, just like she do with her email, just send a text message. Just remind them. You know, it don't have to be lengthy. Hey, baby, my schedule, 1, 2, 3 things going on. Remind. So you say, oh, you didn't tell me that. Oh, check your text message. You know, I made sure I communicate. All right? So with that, use the I statement whenever you communicate. All right? Frame your thoughts and feelings using I statements to take ownership of your emotion and avoid blaming your partner. For example, I feel upset when blah, 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 blah. Instead of, you always make me feel blah, 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 blah. You know, that's a little different. Take that I and that ownership in whenever you have a problem or situation going on. When you point that finger at you, back to that actively listening, one ear and not the other. One ear and not the other. My wife always said, you know, your voice elevated, I don't understand nothing you're talking about. You know, so just make sure, you know, use that I instead of you. All right? Set aside time to talk. I think that's probably the most consistent in the last 2 years we did this. We would sit up in the bed and just talk about different things going on in life, whether it's at work, whether it's a couple of dreams that we want to do, something we want to make happen in the next 3 to 5 years. We just setting that time aside to talk. Phones just sitting down, it's just me and her. We sitting there talking, TV on or not. Now if the TV too loud, she gonna tell me, hey look, put it on mute, I'll turn it off. Because she wanna talk. So I make sure I compromise that, even though the game on and she knows it's Sunday night football and you know that's my time to relax, she wanna talk. So I give her time limit, you know, she good with that time limit, you know, make sure it's good enough. But the game not over, at least the fourth quarter come on. Can I get an amen, Phil? That's how we go. That quality time is important. The next one is consistency, effort. All right? Small gestures and consistent acts of love can make a big difference in maintaining closeness. I know one thing, every year, me and my wife, we go somewhere, whether it's a family vacation or not. I know one place I gotta stop whenever we go on vacation. All right, that's a thrift store. I know for a fact. I don't care what else we do, whether it's go to the beach or anything else. My wife is very consistent with it. I try to be consistent with it as well. I see one like, hey, look, that's a thrift. I don't like that. I don't know. There goes nothing. Okay, let's stop right there. So I gotta make sure I'm consistent on going to that thrift store. And hey, look, I love her. I tell anybody I speak to, I don't mind giving my wife my card. Because she go thrifting, she gonna come back with about 50 pieces of clothes that's less than $100. I'm with it. I'm with it. All right? So let's be consistent, y'all, so that quality time and that consistent effort with your mate. All right? Compromise. That's a big one, y'all. you know. So when we think about compromise, the definition is a settlement of differences reached by mutual connection, okay? So the little message I got dealing with that is meet each other in the middle. You gotta meet each other in the middle, all right? You gotta compromise on a lot of things, all right? I like the TV on whenever I go to sleep. She don't like the TV on whenever I go to sleep. Okay, Monday, let's keep the TV on. Wednesday, we'll go ahead and turn it off. All right, so we're gonna compromise, you know, we're gonna stretch it out week to week and everything. So, let's leave a little light on, you know, the kids may come down and everything and stuff. I won't sleep the light on, or whatever. Okay, you get your day to day tomorrow, you know, we're gonna turn it on now. All right? And you got a 4-year-old, you know, they creep into their bedroom and everything else. So, you gotta make sure they don't fall on over. All right? So one of the words, two of the words I want you to pay attention to. Listen actively. All right? I know we listen at times and we one going off that one ear and not the other situation. Let's listen actively. All right? All right? That's the first word I want you to find on is consistency. The next one is compromise. Okay? And the last one is communication. All right? Those 3 C's right there. All right? We want to be consistent, we want to compromise, and we want to communicate. Do that same thing to people. All right? And these women snapping, and I love it, and it's true. You know, whenever we got that message, me and my wife went back, I was like, man, I don't do that no more. No, I don't do that no more. Okay, I'm going to have to start doing this again. But understand, just because it says her, it's vice versa, y'all. Whatever it took to get him, you got to do the same thing to keep him. Because those little things, that little back rub that you used to give, that little hug behind whenever he's doing something in the kitchen, we love that, we miss that. We gotta continue to give that to our person. All right? That's why we gotta continue to carry on as we work. Thank you. So ran down my mind and everything. It was a struggle at first, because I love my sports, I love watching TV shows, I love watching movies. So sometimes when she'd be like, hey baby, I wanna, you know, hey, it's just about 20, 30 minutes left and everything like that. But we sat down, we had that time to talk. It was just like, that bothers me at times when you keep on kind of pushing me off where, you know, you take your time for your TV and everything else, you know, and I would like to talk and everything. And we all know we all human, so we forget some things. So she just like, man, I forgot what I wanted to share with you. So I had to take that time, you know, it was hard, but that compromising period and everything made me understand that it truly meant something to my wife by just taking that, and thank God, I'm gonna say thank God, ooh, geez. It don't even be that long. You know, we be thinking that, and she about to take up every bit of this time on watch this game, you know, but it's like something for 10, 15 minutes. And in our head, we like, man, you could have texted that. You know, we could have talked about that after the game, but it was very important to her, and she expressed how important it was to her, so I had to make it important to me as well.
And one thing I learned, kind of like what he said, was just learning how to be a team. I know, like he was talking about my dad and my mom. I'm the only girl, and I grew up in a house full of boys, and so I kind of understand that part of the meal a lot better. And so for me, it was just, I know I want to talk to him and I want to speak to him, and so we just I plan out my time to do it when I know that he's available, because that is his unwinding time, and that's what he likes to do. And like, I like to read, so it's kind of like even in bed, sometimes game may be on, I may be reading, and so we just set out that time to work around the times that we want to talk. He don't interfere with my reading, and I don't interfere with his game. Halftime or whatever, if it's something I really want to talk about, I will. But other than that, I kind of leave him alone.
So it was a very big compromise situation. So it was very big. It wasn't something that I couldn't do where it didn't get back to my mom, I didn't get back to my dad. So, you know, I was still in a generation where we had corporate punishment in school. So mom didn't have to leave job. Mom didn't have to, you know, take off to come see, no, hey, y'all handle it, I'm gonna handle it with him at home. So I had a lot of people that spoke into my life, and the way I grew up really helped me to understand how I wanted to live. I'm the first out of my mama kids to be married. I'm the first, and I'm the fifth child. So that was important to me. I was the first out of my mama kids to buy my home with my wife. So those things was important to me because of the way I grew up. So I made it a point to hang with a lot of older folks. And what the do's and the don'ts. You know, I had my friends, but I knew where I wanted to go, where I wanted to be. You know, I had the desires of being an NFL football player. You know, and I shared with my wife whenever I met her. I said, my next woman ain't gonna be my wife. She looking at me like I was retarded or whatever, you know. So, but I told her, and you know, it took some time before we officially made it or whatever, a couple. But she knew, like, once she became my woman, she was mine. You know, I used to spend time at my in-laws' house. I even had my own little spot whenever I went to sleep, and they would laugh at me and everything. But being around older folks and those mentors that pulled me from my church home back at home, or even my teachers, it's very important to have teachers, you know, believe in you. You know, and I mean white, black, age don't matter. They like, hey, you're gonna be something and everything else, and they made it a point. So what mom didn't have, they helped take care of it. So I appreciate those small different things that they was able to put those nuggets into my life and help me be to the man that I am today. And the next situation is funny because, you know, I'm actually older than my wife or whatever, but you wouldn't know. I'm sorry, I'm younger than my wife. You know, but she do look younger than me, y'all. I can't even lie about it. You know, I'm very thankful. But a lot of people always share with us like, what you mean he's younger than you? Or whatever. I mean, because like you said, it's the way that it carried, like, and I share some with her because I was raised by a single parent, my mother, and it was very important to me to share with my wife how much I understood what a woman does. Because to watch a woman raise 6 kids pretty much by herself, it does something to me. Yes. You know, so I share with her, like, I try not to raise my voice at her. I try not to get too mad because it's a lot. But I can say because of this woman right here, I have a better relationship with my dad. I mean, it's even to the point because I think what we got, I ain't gonna say I think, you know, we got married in 2000, no, not 18, 13. All right, so we got married in 2013. I changed my last name in 2015. Wow. And everything. So my last name was someone else's last name. And after reading my bishop's book, Where's Daddy? It did something to me. And my wife, she was kept on pressing me and everything about changing my last name. These our kids have their last name and everything. But it took God to send that book and Bishop into my life for me to read it and make those changes, you know, so I could find out the true meaning of, you know, passing your legacy and everything. But she had to wait until I was ready. I couldn't do it on her terms. She was like, I don't want that name don't mean nothing or anything like that. You know, she still got married to me. But it was a process, and through that process, I learned so much. And now today, like, I call my dad and, hey, what's up, Pop? You chilling, man? How's it going? You know, but before, I say 8 years ago, it wasn't like that. Like, probably wouldn't speak 8 months out the year. Maybe speak to him on Father's Day. That was it. But now it's a consistent situation. So the things that happened in my life helped me to be the man I am today.